Welcome back. I'm Brent Meredith. If you're just joining us, we're highlighting some of the biggest upcoming events this spring. So joining me via Zoom are my awesome co-hosts, Pam Wheeler and Chuck Long. Welcome back, y'all. So we'd already started talking about some of the things we're looking most forward to this spring. I want to pick back up where we left off. I know there's another Pride event. We were talking about Pride and excited about it being in person again and hopefully not wet this year. But Martinis and Jazz is their big event kicking off on Thursday, April 28th. That's kind of when I start thinking about the Pride season is when Martinis and Jazz hits the horizon. It's going to be at Center 615 this year, so right here on Main Street. And that's kind of a neat event space. Have either of y'all been to an event at 615's courtyard?
Yes, sorry, I didn't know Chuck was going to talk. I can't see
Chuck. Oh, I'm sorry.
But yes, it's a great space. It's on the east side, which is where at least you and I are, Brent. So that's really convenient and great. I can't wait for Martinis and Jazz. And you have a couple other Pride dates I don't have in front of me if you'll share about the turnabout, right?
Yeah, yeah. So Pride Turnabout, we've got, that is actually happening on Friday, June 10th at Play. And then the Pride Pageant is Sunday, June 12th. So that same weekend also at Play. So those are a little bit closer to actual event or festival timing. But we've got the Martinis and Jazz in April. And that's sort of when I'm going to be talking a little bit later in the show with Alex, who last year's president. That's sort of their opening into getting folks ready to buy their tickets and be thinking about their memberships. So Pride season has begun with spring.
Right.
Yeah. And then one of the other things that they have going on, I've almost lost it here. Oh, you were saying, the pageant at Play and then Turnabout in June. Those two things are on their website. They don't have a lot of specific details yet besides those dates and times, but we'll have more when we do our Pride preview show in a couple of months.
Yes.
Cool. Now, I know, Chuck, you also had another thing you wanted to mention. We didn't get to in the last segment, another event coming up. I think it was a movie. Oh, well, we lost his audio, so until he comes back, we'll go to Pam. Pam, was there something else?
Back, sorry.
Oh, there we go. Again, you know, when things work, they're great. So I was just saying, you had one more premiere that you were excited about that we didn't get to in the last segment. I thought you might want to share.
Yes, absolutely. And I just want to say about Pride, though.
Yeah.
I think with what has happened in the last 2 years, I think it's going to have so much excitement behind it this year. I think people are going to be so just really jazzed and ready to get back out, probably do things more than they have even in the past, you know, pre-pandemic. So I think it's going to be a really exciting Pride year this year. So looking forward to that. So, yeah, and then the other thing that I wanted to talk about, I'm really excited about a movie that's coming out, a big feature film. It's Billy Eichner producing, writing, and starring in it. It's called Bros, and it's the first. I'll be playing all the roles. I'll be playing the straight and the gay roles. It's never happened in a feature film before. I love Billy Eichner, you know, from Billy on the Street. He's clever, he's witty. And his co-star is going to be Luke McFarlane, who was, of course, he's a big Hallmark star. He was in Brothers and Sisters. But, you know, Luke McFarlane had played, you know, straight in so many Hallmark movies for so long. And then this past Christmas, he was in the gay rom-com Single All the Way on Netflix. That was Netflix's biggest Christmas show they've ever had. So that said a lot. And that was, you know, that was all about the gays.
Really? I didn't know it was their biggest one, because you talked about it on the show before it came out, and I watched it and loved it. But that's great to hear that it was their biggest Christmas event or Christmas show.
Yeah, absolutely. And so that's going to be a lot of fun. That one's also got Bowen Yang in it from Saturday Night Live. There's a lot of trans characters in it, which I love. Dot Marie Jones from Glee, who played the coach in Glee, she's going to be on it. Harvey Fierstein. I mean, it's an incredible cast. So watch for that coming up in theaters in June. It's Bros with Luke McFarlane and Billy Eichner.
Fantastic, two of my favorites. So as far as, you know, live performances go, you know, things are back, obviously. Performing arts are going. TPAC has been going for a while, but I also kind of wanted to highlight some of our other arts organizations in town that, you know, we talk about quite often here, and we look at their seasons, but just anything to kind of get people excited about what's coming up there. And this is one I thought you might be interested in, Pam, you know, being the resident mom on the show. The Nashville Rep is doing Mary Poppins at TPAC, April 28th through May the 8th. Would that be something that you guys would take Sophie to see?
Absolutely. Who doesn't love a Mary Poppins?
I know, right? Like, when I saw that come up, I got really excited. It's one of my favorites as a kid, and not having seen the stage play, I don't know that I've ever seen the stage play. I'm definitely going to get out to that one. And then we've got the symphony is going to be doing, speaking of movies. The Symphony is doing the Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince Thursday, May 12th through Sunday, May 15th at the Skirmerhorn. Have either of y'all been to one of their movie events where they perform the score alongside the movie, Chuck?
Yes, I have, and it adds so much. It's just a whole new way of seeing it. Chicago's the one that we saw, and just a really, I figured I would like it, but there's something that just, it feels like, again, with you are at an in-person concert, but there's just something that just gives so much life to the movie. So yeah, I think that's just, I'm all about that.
Yeah, me too. I'm really excited about that one coming up. Pam, have you been able to experience one of those? Is that something you guys have gone to?
I have not, but I am interested. And I'm interested in that one particular. I'm a Harry Potter fan.
Me too.
So, yeah, maybe I'll catch that.
Fantastic. So also kind of in that vein of family friendly, guess what the Nashville Children's Theater is doing in June through July, June 25th through July 17th. I don't know if you guys saw this in my notes, but they're doing the SpongeBob Musical.
SpongeBob.
I mean, who doesn't want to see that, right? Like, any plans already to go to that? I saw heads nodding when I said it. Is that something that was kind of already on y'all's radar? Pam?
Yes. I guess I go first. My niece was a big SpongeBob fan. My daughter has not got into SpongeBob yet, but absolutely, that'd be something really nostalgic to take her to.
Well, last thing before we go to break, and I wanted to make sure we get this into the events, but the Van Gogh exhibit, that's running March 24th through June 19th at the Lighthouse Art Space, Nashville. That's over in the former Belmead Theater Complex. There's the visual there. I know we had talked about this before, and I know there was some controversy about it getting started and getting off the ground and whatnot, but all the people who have gone have said it's a wonderful experience, and when I got to go to the media preview, I just have to say it was awe-inspiring. It truly was. Are any plans to see that, you guys?
We have tickets. They, like you said, they've been moved around a few times, but we will be going in April. So I do look forward to it based on your recommendation.
Yay. Well, that's fantastic. And I hate to cut us off. We could continue talking. I know we didn't actually get through everything, but I wanted to end on Nashville Pride Festival, Saturday, June 25th, Sunday, June 26th. I'm going to be talking with some Pride folks after the break. Thank you guys so much for being on here and talking about spring events. We'll be right back right after this short messages.